Hello guys, welcome to Electronic Solutions. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for latest notifications. In today's video, I am going to explain all the steps which are involved in project execution right from topic selection to report writing. So keep watching my video till the end. So without wasting much time, let's start with the first point. The first important point in the project execution is a topic selection. I have seen that many students often gets confused between which topic to select. Here I am providing you a list of some domains from which you can select your topic as per your area of interest. One more important tip for the topic selection is your design idea should be, you can take it from some recent issues of Electronic Design magazine, or your topic is related to some real life applications in electronics, or you may go for some microprocessor or microcontroller based application project. So using these steps you can go for a topic selection and select your area of interest. Now once you decide your topic, the second important step is a design specifications and design of your circuit. See, design specifications I will explain you with the help of a small example. Suppose you select a topic from a power electronics projects, that means suppose you are designing a power supply, then in that case your specifications will be what is an output voltage, what is the output current, what is load regulation, line regulation, what is the required ripple. So these are the specifications. But if you go for some embedded project, then in that case, depending upon your problem statement, your specifications will be what type of sensor you are going to use, what are the specifications of that sensor, which microcontroller you are going to select, whether you are going to interface an LCD or LED, and so on. So these are the design specifications. So once you fix the topic and the specifications, then you start designing your actual circuit. Now two important things in the circuit design are you have to always check for the availability and the cost of the components that you are going to use in your design. See, the availability is important because if you select any component and if it is not available in the market, then it may cause a delay in your project. And the cost is also very important because your project should be a cost effective project. So after considering these 2 points, you start designing your circuit. Once you design your circuit, then before implementing your circuit on the hardware directly, first you go for a circuit simulation. Here I am listing only one or two softwares, but there are various softwares available in the market. So you may go for any one of the software and do your circuit simulation. Once your simulation is over, then you go for an breadboard testing. So you assemble all your components on the breadboard and check whether you are getting the correct output for your project or not. After breadboard testing, now you go for an actual PCB design. So again, for the PCB design and PCB layout, there are various softwares available like OrCAD, KiCad, Proteus. So again, you go for any one of the software and you start designing your PCB. So once your PCB is ready, you get it manufactured and the next step is start assembling your components on your PCB. So all the components which you have selected and now your PCB is ready. So now you go for an hardware assembly and you place all the components on the PCB. Then if your project is of microcontroller based, then in that case the programming is important. So you would go for the programming and do the testing of your project. Now once you test your project, then the final step will be an enclosure design and fabrication. See, according to your design, you have to go for an you have to prepare an enclosure, then go for some fabrication work if required, and then you fit all your PCBs in that enclosure and again go for the final testing. Here one important thing to that you should remember is after fitting all your PCBs, final fitment of your PCBs in the enclosure, you have to test your product or the project before giving the demonstration, because there are some or you may face some problems in wiring and all these things. So you should be very careful while doing the final testing of your project. And the last but not the least is a report writing. So once you complete all the steps, the final and the important step is the generating your report of your for your project. So whatever points we have discussed from point number 1 to point number 7, so all those points should reflect in your report writing. So report writing is again very important step, even though it is the last step of your project. So I will give you some tips what your report exactly contain. So the first thing that your report should contain is the title of your project, then what are the specifications, then the block diagram of your project, then the circuit diagram of your project, then whatever component selection you have already done, so you have to mention that. Then you have to write about the calculations. If you have simulated your circuits, then you go for the printout of the simulations, then your PCB artwork, then your testing procedure, your enclosure design, your final test results and conclusion, and the references, that it means from where you have taken this idea and all these things. So these are the important steps while executing your project, and I am damn sure that if you follow all these steps, then you will successfully complete your project in time. So thank you for watching my channel, and if you like my video, then please share it with your friends. So thanks for a day. Thank you so much.